Okay, folks, I've got Big Country Football complete done. It's up on the Google Drive. There are a couple of key changes to this. Number one, I took out the 1985, 1958 teams from the document. No reason to have those in here twice. I'm not going to be supporting changes to those documents in the future, and I'm not going to be making any more historical seasons. My games are not replay games. The mistake, what I do not want people to think is that this Big Country Football is a fictional career-based game. It is a football simulator, but it's not meant to give you statistical, historical replays. And you're supposed to make your own teams, you're supposed to make your own leagues, your own players, and you're supposed to play this culture of football. It's a non-replay game, and I thought, the more I add those things, trying to give those options to gamers, which I think many people appreciate, it also, though, makes people think that the game is designed to do something it's not. So all my Big Country games, my flash games, my time games, they allow you to create your own teams. They allow you to edit those teams as you continue a career, and they allow you to play your own worlds of sports, infinitely fictional or otherwise. My advice is you mod, you tweak, you add to this, you adjust this like you would any of your favorite tabletop games. I'm not going to try to make it something it's not. What is important, though, the reason it's come up is I was working on adding offensive line units and the two defensive adjustments, the interception adjustments and the fumble adjustments. I've done that. So in here it explains how the offensive line affects game. There are now two charts. There's the original Big Country Football charts that are based on a fictional 1948 version of football in a fictional region in America. There it is. I'm not going to change that. What has changed is I've added the OL to it in spots, and also I've added the two negative potential negatives and the two potential positives. That's done. I've also updated the teams to have the O-line and the adjustments, the fumble and interception adjustments for all the 8 fictional teams. In the future, I will probably have a write-up here for all of these, so I've left this blank, so I might come in and do write-up and then update this package. But the package is going to be available for those who want to start playing. The other reason this came up is I knew I was going to add those things, but the thing that had not been put into BCF yet was a team creation module. Nobody knew how to make teams. So that's what I've been working on. Well, I got that in here today. So that's done. We have the off-season package. This has already been out there available in its own PDF, but I went ahead and put it in the complete game. And I have the team creation module now. How to create a team. You're going to create a team. You first create special teams using 2D6 to get an average for your punt returners, kick returners, etc., your field goal kicker, etc. Then you roll 1d6 to find out your defensive fumble adjustment and your defensive interception adjustment for your team. These things will change in the off season right here when you go through preseason simulation. But when you create a team, this is how you start, right? Then you have a zero-sum team creation, meaning you get to literally choose where you want pluses, and where you want pluses means you also have to put a negative somewhere. So if I choose a +2 quarterback, that means I have to somehow put -2 somewhere else on the roster. Okay, I can either do that as a -2 to a tight end, or I can do it as a -1 to a flanker and a -1 to a linebacker, or a +1 to a linebacker. But you get my meaning. When you assign a rating to all 10, and that is quarterback, halfback, fullback, split end, tight end, flanker, outside, all these guys. Once you've assigned the score you want them to have, you have to balance it out so they even out at 0. And again, that's between these 6. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Between this 7 and these 3 is 10. They have to even out at the end. When you tally the numbers, they have to be a 0. After you do that, you're given a 2-point bonus that you can put anywhere you want. Now, you can't go above 3 or -3 on defense anywhere, but you can add 2 points. So once I evened it out, I went ahead and put 2 points in my offensive line, and therefore I have a quarterback, a decent back, and a really good offensive line. Not a lot of great weapons on offense outside of that, and my defense is average at 0s. And there you have it. There's a worksheet of the Rock Island Pirates. There's a write-up of the Rock Island Pirates. That would be my team if I was creating a team. And then I gave a worksheet. If you want to use this to make your teams and keep them in a folder, or you want to use it as a worksheet, there it is. a Big Country score sheet, which is already available separately also on the Google Drive. And last but not least is the modern era 2D20 charts. This has more passes on it, and the OL shows up in slightly different places. So the OL is used a little differently here, and there's a few more passes on the chart, so it's more of a modern era chart. The math numbers and probabilities have not been changed. I've had somebody say maybe I should look at my charts, they need work. Well, the reality is these charts, I spent a lot of time getting the math right for these charts. I spent a lot of time getting the math right based on a linear die, a 5% chance of any result coming up, and then that data parlaying into the results I wanted for my Big Country Football League, which would be yards per carry, yards per pass, completion percentages, and then how the defense would adjust the play calling, how the offensive players could adjust the chance of an interception or a completion. I'm not going to change any of that. It would not happen. So these charts are set. If people feel compelled to make their own, please do. But there is a rhyme and a reason to where these numbers are at and why these numbers are the way they're at, coupled with the potential position adjustments, and then of course the secondary percentages for completions, incompletions, etc. are here. So those who do want a slightly more modern version of football, this chart should give them a little more passes and a little more offensive line. The offensive line shows up in a slightly different spot. So there you have it, folks. This is up there. Go get it if you want it. Everything I make is free, and it's done. It is not a beta. This has been done. It's something that I've been playing. It's something that I intended people to play as is when I put it out there. The reality is there were things I was going to add to it and update, and it is done. Now I will get back to playtesting BC Baseball and BC Golf and get those done. But this is done, and hopefully everybody can grab this and try this version if they prefer. The old version's great. I love the old version. I was playing it this morning. I played, 3 games this morning, I think, and I'm loving it. I will be happy, though, to play it with offensive line units impact, and I will be thrilled to play it with the fumbled impact and the interception impact. It just gives the defenses a little more sense that there's something more to these defenses than just shifting your play call. So I like it. I'm loving it. And I hope everybody else finds a niche for it. But no, it is not a replay game. It is not meant to be a statistical generator. It's not meant to be anything other than 1948 pseudo-America, fictional state with fictional cities and towns, like the boxing game, like the baseball game. It is not meant to be the MLB. It's not meant to be the NFL. It's not meant to be the thing that you attach your expectations to. You're meant to make a team and play this and find out, right? How does this come out? I have also, by the way, for those who don't know, I have done the football time conversion. So you can make football time teams for this, and you can make these teams into football time teams. So very, very cool. So that way you can play football time for like fast simming these games, and then you can use this for your playoff games, your championship games, etc. So you should be able to now share the two, and I've been able to do both. I've been doing both. So that should be fun too. So anyway, everybody have a wonderful weekend. I will be back over the next few days, of course, talking about the production of BC Golf and baseball as we hammer out some stuff there. Most likely those are done too. I just need to finish a couple of charts, write up some stuff, and when I put them on Google Drive, they're done. That doesn't mean I won't, again, reserve the right to make some tweaks and updates. I won't reserve the right to fix typos and things that people spot that need to be fixed. But as far as wish list items and those kind of things, I leave that for you to mod and to tweak and to make it your own. I'm not going to make it a rule per se. Some things might end up developing into an addition to the rules and a mod, right? So, but anyway, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.